Like I said, this is going to be like a video, journal, blog, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to deal with serious issues like my health, like cannabis, like Occupy movement. And I've done some Occupy videos before, but it consisted of a lot of ums and all that, and I really didn't. And since I've evolved with the Occupy movement, there's more that I could say than I did back then. And I was living in a shitty area, but that's a whole nother area of topic. But like I said, I was standing there with the Occupy movement, and they passed the joint cannabis, and I was like, I was hesitant because this is what a lot of revolutionary movements, not because of them, because of how society and the news portrays them. The news only portrays what they want the public to see. So they caught them at their bad times, all these different revolutionary movements. So of course they get stigmatized with the drug use and the promiscuity and beating people up, and that's not what it's about. But that's going to be a whole different video. But like I said, they passed me the cannabis, and I thought, I don't want to get that stigma going. I felt really bad about using it. Not because I felt personally it was wrong, just, I don't know. I just have always been the one that said, don't do drugs, and I didn't even like prescription drugs. So it was like, for me, it was a long shot to really. And then, like I said, they passed it to me, and I didn't feel anything. I'm like, well, here we go. This is why I never was that excited about it, because they never did anything for me. I never felt high or the munchies or all that, all the things that they tell you experience and all that. So I said, what? This isn't, but I still thought, okay, well, these are my new friends, and I really, I don't know. And so I started using it, and I'm like, I can walk. I'm not in as much pain. What's going on? And it was only when I started to smoke it regularly that it started to click with me, and I started to say, this is helping me. I'm walking without my cane. I'm not in pain. What's up with that? And it was only when I started doing online research and watching videos and reading that I started to say, you know what, this might be a legitimate thing for me to try, because I don't want to end up on 20, 30 different pills. That's not me. I don't like how I feel when I'm on Vicodin or when I'm on morphine. I've only had morphine once, and it knocked me out after I cussed to a preacher, no less. So I don't want to end up that way, and I don't want people thinking, oh, she's just taking drugs to make up, she's making up these invisible illnesses. No, they're well documented. Multiple sclerosis has been well documented. Neuropathy has been well documented. Pulmonary hypertension has been well documented. Well, not well documented. I mean, we're just coming out with many of these illnesses, but there's things to back it up. Even people now, they used to be picked on because they would go in and say they have fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue, and I'd go, oh yeah, Well, they're starting to find out that, and what I've read, they're starting to find out that a lot of these, like chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, actually comes from an off-breed of the swine flu that has something to do with pigs. That's caused this virus to go around. Not many people know this. I've only learned it from doing some research online. I'm good at that. And so people don't realize that, yeah, these are legitimate things. They just call it non-legit. I mean, I'm sure they did the same thing with the HIV virus. Oh, well, these people are just making it up, because it was not something that they could see. And so I've been on the bus before, and I'll be sitting in a disability section, and somebody will come up because they don't see me in a wheelchair. And this was prior to me having my cane, and they'd say, oh, this is for seniors and disabled. And I look at them and say, I am disabled. You don't see it because I don't have something that's obvious. You see somebody in a wheelchair, yeah, you say they're crippled or whatever, or handicapped, or disabled. But when you see me, you say, oh, well, she looks perfectly fine. You know? So it's only with more research into these things, and like I said, I want to get these out here. These are why I'm making these videos, because I want people to understand that I'm not one who just pops pills. I'm not one who's trying to promote cannabis on anybody. I'm just saying what works for me and what's helped me. And if that can help somebody else, then why is our government keeping it from people? You know? And I have no problem saying this because I already know they're watching me, so I really don't care. You know? But, because they watch any of us that's in the Occupy movement. So, I already know they're going to watch this video. But, I'm just saying that I don't find shame in using something that helps. Okay, people have used cannabis for cancer for years now. People have used it for HIV. People have used it for different things. So it's not like it's a new, like we're just discovering cannabis does this. No, it's only because our government keeps telling people, oh, it's a bad drug, it'll lead to people killing and raping and stuff. No, you want to talk about something that leads to killing people and has done it time after time after time, is alcohol, which is legal. Okay? Cigarettes, which are legal, has killed people more than, there's not one documented case, they cannot show one documented case where marijuana or cannabis was the reason for the deaths of someone. But cocaine, heroin, morphine, bath salts, the new thing called bath salts. Bath salts is legal, and yet kids have went and purchased it at the stores and went home and hallucinated so much that they shot and killed themselves. And this is documented. And this is legal. Alcohol is legal. How many times have people went out and wrecked cars because they were drunk? And it's legal. The reason why the government doesn't want pot to be legal is because they cannot regulate it. That's why. If they could do the same thing that they do with tobacco and alcohol, you could bet that marijuana would be legal. It's only because they cannot regulate something that people will grow in their backyard. And they know it. You know? That's why they keep it. They want you to believe that I smoke it on a daily basis. Have you heard me in the news yet? No, because I do not go around killing people. I'm not some criminal. Except because the law says that you couldn't be smoking it, but, I'm getting ready to get my doctor's recommendation. There's a difference, I'm not doing like some of these drug lords out there, going and killing people because they've made pot illegal, and that gives the drug lords something to go with. You remove the problem, you find the solution. And the solution is decriminalize it so you don't have the drug lords making a profit of it. That's where the crime is. But once again, I'll get into that more with the Occupy movement. But like I said, I'm just trying to do some videos about my health. And the next video will probably be about the cannabis. But because I pretty much explained as much as I can about my health right now. I mean, we're already on 6-7 videos. So let me pause this and I will come back and discuss marijuana a little bit more.